The woman gave birth to healthy triplets. After 10 minutes, the doctor admitted to a big mistake. When the doctor delivered the news, the tension was so oppressive that he could be cut with a knife. The young mother did not know what to do. Is there something wrong with her newborns? This news sounded like a bolt from the blue. The birth went smoothly. Yes, triplets, but absolutely healthy. It will soon become clear that one of the daughters has a completely unique situation. Bella, 36, just stared at the door for several minutes as if she had been shell-shocked. The delivery of the triplets ended in complete success. Everything went even smoother than the doctors expected. However, the doctor foresaw possible problems, since it was still a question of triplets. Triplets can be stubborn, he said before giving birth. But there were no serious problems. But Bella didn't feel much joy, and tension hung in the air. But her husband, 37-year-old Josh, was in seventh heaven. He took the kids in his arms and could not stop looking at them. But Bella understood that thunder was about to break out. The doctor left to check the results of the newborn examination in the next ward. Newborns are always examined after discharge. In most cases, this is just a formality, especially with a successful birth. But Bella's maternal instinct told her that this was not her case. And when the doctor finally entered the ward, she already knew that the news would not be the most comforting. Indeed, the look on the doctor's face did not bode well. Now Josh has noticed it. Both spouses held their breath in anticipation. There was a tense atmosphere in the ward. Bella felt that something was about to happen, but she was not ready for it. Somewhere deep inside, it seemed to her that everything went too smoothly, that this does not happen, and there must be some kind of catch. Young parents held the triplets tightly in their arms. They were ready to do everything to make everything good with them. But is it required? The doctor began to speak, and the eyes of everyone in the ward were fixed on him. I just looked at the test results, he said. Sorry, I made a mistake. This news sounded like a bolt from the blue. How can a doctor make a mistake? After all, so much depends on him, and ordinary people who do not have a medical education rely on him. Bella and Josh suddenly felt helpless combined with bitterness. What will happen to their children? I can't say exactly what happened, the doctor continued. But little Cara needs to be further examined. Bella looked at one of her triplets. She looked completely serene. Mother whispered in her ear, "Everything will be fine, dear. I promise." Bella gave the girl to the doctor. Can Dr. Ken correct his mistake? Otherwise, the parents will have to change their doctor. But Bella kept such thoughts away from herself for now. The doctor took the child to the examination room. And suddenly, he noticed something that reminded him of the events of many years ago. He saw something like this only once in his entire practice. He was once an intern at Medicine Sans Frontiers in Kenya. Then there was a war there, and he helped local women with childbirth. He has helped hundreds of women give birth to healthy children. But one woman in labor then shocked everyone. It was a typical working day in a medical tent in Kenya. Usually, about 30 children a day passed through it. But today, there was silence in it. This is usually a good sign because it means that there were no complications during the birth. But just as Dr. Ken was about to go to his hotel room, a frightened woman came with a little girl. It was as if this girl did not want or know how to sit quietly. At first, the doctor thought that her skin irritation or something similar was not very serious. But everything turned out to be wrong. To the surprise of the doctors, all traditional methods of examination revealed nothing. But it was clear to Dr. Ken that something was wrong with the girl. He decided to dig deeper. The results of the child's examination were sent to the main clinic in Kenya. The local nurse himself took them there on a motorcycle so as not to waste time. The very next day, the bell rang in the field hospital, and the voice on the other end of the line gave out complete amazement. The results amazed everyone. Such results of an examination of the child had no analogs in the history of medicine. Nobody knew what to do with them. Several experienced doctors only scratched their heads. And this has never happened again in all the years of Dr. Ken's work in Kenya. That case remained an isolated one. This was the case before Kara was born, and in her case, the numbers were even higher than in Kenya. After a thorough examination, Dr. Ken brought Kara back to her parents. Now he was sure that this was a similar African case, and his parents had a right to know about it. Bella and Josh waited anxiously for the test results. When Dr. Ken returned, they hungrily at his every word. Josh grabbed his wife's hand tightly. The doctor told a story that happened to him in Kenya. Young parents were shocked. Bella then asked, "How did it end with that girl in Africa?" After that question, Dr. Ken's face brightened a little for the first time. After a careful study of the situation, it turned out that it is not dangerous to health, he said. In fact, it turned out to be even useful. The girl had an unprecedented athletic form. Her muscles were developing more optimally than usual. She was a cut above the others. A few years later, I saw her on TV. She won 3 Olympic medals in 2 different sports. This was the first time in history. It's so stupid that I didn't notice your data right away. Probably just mixed them up in the computer. Bella and Josh breathed a sigh of relief. It turns out that they will have a very talented child, which was revealed already 6 months later. Kara really developed faster than the average child. She was both stronger and faster, and her will to win was manifested better. For the first time, her talent manifested itself in crawling races in which babies under 1-year-old participated. She not only won this competition, but set a record that is unlikely to ever be broken. Now to the Olympics.